Welcome to GS Networks. In today's session, we are going to learn hashing in data structure. We have already covered some topics in data structures. Now today let us go through hashing. So let us start. Actually, hashing is a data structure. And this is a well-known technology to search any particular element from several elements. In data structure, you might have heard about the term time complexity, right? So all time complexities depends on the number of elements. That is, how many elements are there. Based on the number of elements, the time complexity works. So it is depending on the number of elements. In the case of hashing, here the time complexity does not depend on the number of elements. That is, it is a searching technique which is independent upon the number of elements. Okay, and this minimizes the number of comparisons. In this case, time does not depend upon the total number of elements and it completes the search with constant time complexity O of 1, that is order of 1. So, hashing maintains the constant time complexity and that is order of 1. Okay. Hashing is used in file management where we are having some keys to access the records in a file. With the help of the keys, we are going to the records which are stored in the database. Okay. So hashing is used in file management. Whenever we are using hashing, we are physically saving the space also. Hashing is divided into two parts, hashing function and collision resolution. These are the important terms in hashing: search key, hash table, and hash function. Databases are searched using the search keys. Just now I have told that search keys will take you to the particular record in the database. That is how it helps for file management. Hashing technique helps for file management. Okay. So we know that when we are having some students list you are having, so you are searching each record or the details of each student using the roll number, for example. Okay. So here roll number is a search key. So when you search for a particular roll number, it gives the full data of that particular student. That is his name, his date of birth, his parents' name, his address, everything. Okay, so that details are actually being stored in the database, and with the help of this roll number, you are going directly into the database. So that is search key. And hash table is there, hash function is also there. Now let us see what is hash table. Actually, hash table is a data structure and it is similar to array. We know that arrays are having index. With each index, we are identifying the location and all from 0 to n-1, right? So a hash table is a data structure used to store and retrieve large amounts of data efficiently. It works by mapping keys to values using a hash function which converts the input key into an index or offset in the table. So this will be clear when I will go to an example. And this allows for constant time average case access to the values, making hash tables useful for data processing and retrieval algorithms. It is very useful for data processing. Hash tables can be implemented using an array, linked list, or a combination of two. So this is about hash table. Hope this much is clear. Okay, that is, in hashing, two methods, two phases are there. First is hashing function and the next is collision resolution. Now we have not gone through the hash function yet. So before that, we have to learn what is hash table. So table, it's similar to an array and we are storing the key values in particular index. Okay. Now let us go through what is hash function. Hash function is a function that maps any big number or string to a small input value. It takes the data item as an input and returns a small integer value as output. The small integer value, which is known as the hash value, is then used as an index for the string. That is where it is to be stored in the hash table that we are calculating with the help of the hash function. See, this is an example. Search key is there, hash function is there, and hash table is there. As I have already told, hash table is similar to an array. Okay, and same as array, this also will be having index. So the key value is to be stored in the hash table. So where it is to be stored, that location is identified or that index is identified with the hash function technique. So many hash function techniques are there. Mid-square method, division method, folding method. These are some among the techniques. So using any hash function technique, the key value is stored in that particular index. So the output of the hash function will give you the index, and in that index that key value is being stored. Hope this much is clear. Okay, I repeat. For hashing, two parts are there. The first is hashing function, and the second is collision resolution. So in today's session, I have not discussed about collision resolution, so that I will cover in the next classes. So normally in any algorithm, the time complexity always depends on the number of elements, but here it is not depending on the number of elements, and it is a searching technique which is independent to the number of elements. This is mainly used in file management. Okay, three important keys are there: search key, hash function, and hash table. So different techniques are there in this hash function. So with the help of any particular technique, the key value is converted into the index, and there in that particular index the value is being stored. Okay, so any of the technique you can use. Many techniques are there. It's mid-square, division, digital folding. So these are some among them. So using any of this technique, the key value is converted into a particular small value, and that is index, and within that index the value is being stored. Okay, so hope this much is okay for you. Now we have covered what is hashing. What are the two parts of hashing? What is hash table, what is hash function, and what is a search key. Hope this much is okay for you. In the next session, I will go to what are the techniques of hash function. So just go through this and understand what is hashing. Thank you.